All right, what's up, everybody? Travis here coming at you. Another episode of Iron Sharpens Iron. I'm with my man, Jason. Jason, how are we doing, my man?
I'm doing great, feeling good. Just sign up for a gym membership. I can
That's
continue
awesome.
on with this project. So
Heck yeah, buddy. And up to this point, you've been training at home?
yeah, I've been doing a lot of my workouts at home. Um, and I have a few pieces of equipment here and there that I've been training on, but it hasn't been anything close to probably what, like for example, I've got one kettlebell, but some of the workouts have been uh, needing two. But I've been just doing like one arm at a time,
Mhm.
sort of thing, something like that. But I'm getting it done nonetheless. So
Heck yeah, man. So you just finished up the 5 weeks of the Forge Father Foundation. So how has your progress come along since you started this journey, man?
um, well, it's gotten a lot better. I can honestly say, from the standpoint of just working out consistently since I was in junior high. Um, thinking I was doing the workouts properly or whatever, thinking I was training properly. But then when I signed up for this program, I found out a lot of that stuff to be kind of false because there was a lot of things I learned since joining the Forged Fatherhood that I was probably doing wrong, and so I kind of incorporated a lot of things, a lot of new things, and so it was hard at first to get used to, but
Mhm.
I've progressed. Actually, like for example, push-ups, going all the way down, coming all the way up, stuff like that, instead of
Yeah.
speeding through it. Uh, and just really, really focusing on getting the whole workout in. Even the reps, the reps was something new because like with the push-ups, for example, or pull-ups, I'd only do like one set and call it that.
Hmm.
Now that you have us doing like four reps of whatever sub max pull-ups or something like that. That's a whole new ball game for me, but it's actually very welcoming.
Yeah.
Makes me feel a whole lot better about
Yeah.
general. So
Yeah. There's been a lot of progress made on your end just from what you've been posting in the Brotherhood and the different messages that you've sent me. Just from like the knowledge and the awareness side of things. Just like you mentioned, like what you were doing before you thought was good, but then this was a whole lot different. It was very, very unique when you first started, but now you're starting to settle in and shoot, here you are, you're getting a gym membership so we can take things to the next level. So that's pretty cool, man. But for you personally, like what were the biggest wins that you saw um, over the course of your 5 weeks, man?
uh well, for one is the whole nutrition side of it. That's another thing that I um, never really paid much attention to.
Mhm.
You know, working out prior to joining this. So that's been something new, and it's been very again that's been a challenge. But I've just um, with the whole MyFitnessPal app and stuff and tracking, um, I've gotten a lot used to. You know, I still don't have a scale. Still got to work on that, but
Mhm.
I have learned how to basically, um, like the whole portion sizes of stuff like that, um, and so that's been a win. I've been consistent on that now for going on maybe 3 days now. So
Mhm.
that's, I mean, and as far as like staying actually consistent, because
Yeah, yeah.
it's been off and on. Me still trying to learn how to track and stuff, but
Mhm.
um, I'm getting it, and it's actually it's funny. I'll share a quick story with you. My wife, who cooks a lot for me, makes really good meals for me a lot. Um, she is, I was telling her I need to track my stuff, and she can pretty much eyeball things because she cooks a lot. So
Yeah, yeah.
she knows portions of what she puts in
Mhm.
and stuff like that. But she's been like last night. She was kind of telling me that she's like, don't you get tired of doing this, and don't you get tired of having to figure out what you need to eat, what particular what numbers you need to log in, this and that. And I just kind of looked at her and was like, no, like no, I'm me and her way different in terms of um her mindset is definitely not mine. I'm more of a positive person. um Anything that, like, I'll accept any challenge, anything that challenges me. I'm definitely up for it.
Mhm.
Her, on the other hand, she's all about that quick fix, I guess. But
Mhm.
that's that's not, you know, yeah, sure, that would be great, but I'm also in the business of, if something's got to take time to progress, then you know I want to do what I can, and however long it takes to get there.
Yep. It's a process, man. It's a process, and you gotta. That's unfortunately what a lot of guys aren't willing to commit to, is the actual long-term process. And so, using this as an example, like with the whole nutrition thing, I remember when you first came in, the nutrition side of things, like a lot of guys, that's the most confusing, the most overwhelming piece, because there's just so many different bits of information out there, like telling you how nutrition is supposed to be. And the way we break it down, it's a system. It's like, well, what matters most? Well, quantity matters most, right? So if we can get our quantity dialed in, that's going to make and break most of the progress that we want to see. And so once we get that down, that's a skill set. So kind of like you mentioned, like your wife, she's been cooking for so long, she can eyeball food fairly well, and she can tell you, hey, that's 3 ounces of chicken, or that's a cup of rice right there. That's the same thing that you're doing when you measure your food, and you do that for so long, you make it a consistent habit. And so you get to the point where you don't have to weigh and measure your food anymore. You don't even have to track your food anymore. You just know that you're taking in the right amount of food that you need to be taken in. And you got to get yourself to that point, though. Like, everybody wants that overnight. Everybody wants that in just a couple days, right? They don't want to put in the work that's going to be required to get to that point, right? And
Yeah.
so you've been doing a great job of that. Sticking to that process, it's only going to continue to get better, right? Because we've done
Yeah.
this for 5 weeks now. And so just imagine how much better the next, 13 weeks is going to be beyond this, like in the next level. Like we've built this skill set now, and now we get to take that with us on the next level. And it's going to continue to get sharper and stronger. It's like sharpening the axe. We got to do it every single day, man. That way,
Yep.
when you go to cut down the tree, it's way more efficient, versus people want to be quick with it. They're trying to cut down a tree with, an unsharpened axe. It's like, it's going to take a lot more effort, right?
Yeah.
So, but other than that, man, like personal wins for you. So we've gotten better with the nutrition. You've stayed consistent with the training. As a result of all that, like how have we come along, like strength wise, fitness wise? How you feeling? Like energy? How's all that coming along?
I've been feeling really great since I started this thing, to be honest. And I think it's really all just a mindset. I know Gabe, who's an OG in this thing. Uh, I watched a video of his not too long ago, and he talked about the mindset, and
Yeah.
I think just from the standpoint of really like wanting. I remember when I was a little kid and I saw, you know, just from a fitness standpoint here I'm talking, but as a little kid I saw like guys like Arnold Schwarzenegger or just any other bodybuilder, and just kind of kind of always kind of wanting that body, always
Yeah.
wanting to be fit.
Yep. Yep.
Hearing about bodybuilding or just weightlifting in general.
Yeah.
I think all that, you know, the dream as a kid, and then all the stuff I went through, growing up, becoming a man, when I turned 18 and stuff like that, and had to learn how to be on my own and stuff, and just
Yep.
all the negative publicity I got from family or friends, and finally
Yeah.
seeing this program, and I feel like that all that stuff in the past kind of ignited my fire to just tackle it,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
get at it, and no excuses. So
I like it. No excuses, just execution, right?
yes.
Awesome, brother. And so, yeah, I mean, we've made a change. So physically, we've made changes. Mentally, we've made big changes. And so you've kind of become like, when we first started this thing, like you're Jason 1.0, right? Like you're coming in the
Yes.
program, you're new, you don't really know, the things that you don't know. And now we're like Jason 2.0, right?
Yeah.
So we've got a whole new identity. We've got a whole new kind of attitude about things. And so what, I guess, let's look at that, the piece of where you used to be. Like who was Jason 1.0 before you started this program? Like what were some of the things that you're going through? Like what were some of the pains? And I guess what got you to gravitate towards the Force Father and look at joining this program?
Well, like I said, just a lot of my friends, and even and sadly even my own family, were just always talking down about things, and and especially people that I work with, just all negativity. Oh, you don't need that. Oh, you don't need this. Or I try to do something of it. Whether it's even joining a gym, which I'm here today, but and luckily I got my wife on board with it. But
Awesome.
just stuff like that, like not having my family and friends back me up on a lot of things that I wanted to do growing up. That's kind of been that was kind of my motivation behind this. And like I said, when I first saw you on Facebook, I just wanted to take advantage of it. For the first time in my life, I felt like this is something that is for me. This is something that I need to do. And I didn't, here's nothing. I know you posted something about asking for permission.
Mm-hmm.
When I saw that video, I didn't ask for permission. I told my wife I was going to do this.
Yeah.
And, the money situation was a little tight, but, we worked it out. And I think that's another problem with a lot of people these days too, is like there's always a roadblock, whether it's money, whether it's, having to actually put in hard work or whatever. And then they just, oh, well, make excuses like, oh,
Yep.
I can't do that.
Yep.
But I didn't make excuses, and excuse the sirens. But yeah, I just went for it, and
Yep.
here I am a
We
month
got you.
into
Yep.
it, and I'm feeling really great, man. And matter of fact, if I could share a little breakthrough with you, I went through the 3-minute AMRAP gauntlet today. That was part of my training, and I busted that out. I wasn't too impressed with my push-ups because normally I can do more, but like I said, I normally do them at a faster pace.
Yep.
But I was trying to pace myself the whole 3 minutes, and I think that's what kind of screwed me up. I did like I ended up doing 65. I can do about 80 to 90 on a good day, but so I ended up doing 65 in 3 minutes. Not my personal best, but I'll take it. My my greatest attribute though was the 400-meter run. I did that in 59 seconds flat.
Nice.
And that was everybody in the brotherhood seems like they were really impressed with that. So
yeah.
But my nickname growing up as a kid was everybody called me Flash because I was always the fastest runner.
Yeah.
On any team I played for, and also been called the Running Man because, well, not only can I run fast, but I can also dance like the Running Man pretty good. So
he's
that's
got good dance moves, huh?
Yeah. But,
that's awesome.
yeah, like I said, this is being fit is something I've always wanted to be in my life. So this is a great opportunity, and I'm just gonna continue to run with it. So
yeah, man, that's awesome, brother. I'm happy to hear about that. Well, I'm happy to hear that you're such a great dancer too, because now you might have to hold you to that. You might have to post up a video of how.
I got one
in the brotherhood. So, that's cool. And I remember you told me a story. You were doing one of the workouts. You were running, and you were coming back in, and you tripped over something, right? Like, tell me about that.
Okay, well, yeah, that was outside. So there was a old bush that I chopped down about a year ago, but the stump is still there.
Yeah.
So when after coming back from a 200-meter run, at one point I was running back into my yard towards my door of the house, and I tripped over that stump, and I just kind of did like a nice little roll to make sure I wasn't just falling flat. So I made sure I rolled, and then I just kind of stood there on one knee for a second, making sure luckily nobody was around to see that, but I just bounced right back up and just kept at it. But yeah, that was pretty funny. It was kind of embarrassing, but
yeah. That's funny. When you told me that, I was like, yeah, I've been there. It's happened to me before. It's like you're like, who's watching? Anybody see that? Okay, we're good. Yeah, it's funny. Well, yeah, man, it's been a great journey, and really, this is only like step one. Now we continue this thing, and we see where we can take ourselves, man. So, Jason, what is there anything else that you want to leave off with, like a big? I mean, the breakthrough for you that's great. What you shared is like the whole permission thing. I think that's a big barrier for a lot of guys. That's an excuse that a lot of guys use. And I remember having that conversation with you. That was like we had a breakthrough at that moment in regards to like that's kind of what I told you. I was like, hey man, like don't ask for permission to take control of your life when you know taking control of your life is going to have a direct effect on these other people's lives, right? Because if you get shot down and you don't do it, then how's that going to help anybody? Like the whole purpose of this program, like the whole mission behind it is like, yes, let's build ourselves up into better men. So in turn, we're able to help all those around us even more. It's like maximizing ourselves as men. And unfortunately, a lot of times is, guys want to come up with excuses or believe the bullshit stories that they have inside their head on why they can't do something, on why they can't, do this and that. And dude, we've made a lot of progress. We've gone through a lot of barriers, and I'm proud of your progress, man. I'm excited to see what's next for you, brother.
Yeah. Thank you.
Cool. Awesome. Do you got anything else that you want to add in?
Well, just, real quick from a standpoint of, like you said, other people kind of feeding off what I'm going through. I'm hoping that my wife can do that, and I'm hoping I can, pass it down to my kids even, right? even, just those people that have kind of been sort of a negative influence in my life. Yeah, I kind of want to prove to them that, hey, they were wrong. But another goal of mine is to be in a position kind of like you are right now to do that, to help people, to show people that they, as long as they just can stick to doing whatever it is they want to do, or have that mindset that it could get done. They just got to do it. And I started a blog like a year ago too, but that's another kind of a downfall, I guess, in a way, in a sense, because I haven't really contributed to it in a while. But since joining this, that's kind of motivated me to start that back up too.
Yeah, heck yeah.
The blog. So
yeah,
because my blog is called it's actually called People, and the People is what do they call that? It stands for something. It stands for positive energy onsets people's lives every day. So
I like it. That's true, man. And here's the crazy thing about that, Jason. Like, basically, and this is another reason why we do what we do, is like to become that leader, that role model, right? But to be that catalyst in somebody else's life. Like, you don't ever know who it's going to be. It's just take ownership of that and just, be the man that you need to be, follow through, take action, take control of your life. But other people are watching you, man. Other people are watching you, and we don't always know this, but especially as a dad, our kids are watching us, right? And so if we're that guy that constantly starts things and then quits, guess what? Your kids are seeing that. They're seeing you start and stop. They're seeing you as a quitter, right? And so put that in your mind, and guys that'll be watching this video, if you found yourself in that vicious cycle of starting and stopping, and you're like, guys will think they're only quitting on themselves. Well, the truth is they're quitting on their kids. They're quitting on their family, because at the end of the day, I know for me and I know for you, that's why we do what we do, is for our family. It's like for our kids, for our wife, right? Yeah. And so if we were to quit, if we were to give up just because stuff isn't going the way we want it to go, then we're not only quitting on ourselves, but we're quitting on everybody else around us, right? And so what I really like what you said is like those people that were negative and had negative type mindsets, well, you show them through doing. You show them by being the example. And you never know. What you're doing is going to rub up on them. You're going to be the catalyst for their change, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And the thing is, you don't have to wait. You're like, I want to be that guy. Like, someday you want to be able to do that. Well, guess what? You're already doing that today, right? Yeah. And so continue to do that, man. Continue to do that. Continue to be that possible catalyst for change for everybody around you, because that's the main thing, man.
Sure.
I love it, brother. Well, cool. Jason, I appreciate you coming on and contributing your time. I know you're out with the family doing big things, getting the gym membership and all that, but thanks so much for your time, man, and your hard work and your commitment to the program. And I'm excited to see what's next, brother.
Me too, man. All right.